All right, Pops, you have some explaining to do. What the heck happens when the salesperson says, I got to go ask my manager. I got to go talk to my manager about that. Oh, let me just go check with my manager. What really happens, Dad, when a car salesperson says, I got to go talk to my manager? Spill the tea, man. What happens?
Well, it depends. If he really has to talk to his manager, he's going to go in and he's going to chat with his manager, and they're going to see if they can figure out how to actually put the car deal together. If they can either get to the payment that the customer wants, or the price that the customer wants, or the out-the-door price that the customer wants. That's ultimately what the salesperson's hoping to do when he goes to talk to the manager. And in a lot of stores, the reason they do that is because, well, the sales managers don't want to give up control over how the deal is made. They don't trust their salespeople enough to just say, hey, here's invoice, here's our cost on the vehicle, figure out what profit works, make the car deal, let's do this as quickly as possible. Sales managers are tasked with making as much profit as they possibly can. So they want to be the ones that either don't give up the profit or do give up the profit.
All right, good news, Pops. We have another promotion.
Yep, Spring 20 and Spring 100. Get 20% off on our coaches and data, or get $100 off on an extended warranty. Spring ahead, everybody.
CarEdge.com. Take advantage. Thanks. So it sounds like when the salesperson goes to talk to the manager, it could be legitimate. It could be, hey, I'm trying to structure this deal. I've got a great customer. The only thing she needs is for me to get here. Can you do that? Let's go. So that can be legitimate. It also sounds like part of its gamesmanship or trying to retain leverage by introducing this idea that I have to go talk to the manager. The manager could be the one that says no. And then I could actually imagine customers that feeling bad for the salesperson having to go talk to the manager each time, coming back and always being like, oh, my manager won't let me do it, but I keep trying for you. So it's a little bit of it like psychological to try and feel bad for the salesperson when the manager says you can't do things.
Absolutely. But in your luxury store cars, or your luxury car stores, the customer wants to deal with the person who has the authority to make the deal. They don't want to be dealing with somebody that can't say yes or no. So in those scenarios, no. In that type of store, no. The customer isn't going to feel bad for the salesperson. In other more volume-based stores, you very well could create the impression that, the salesperson's the good guy and he's really working hard on your behalf, and it's that son of a manager in the back that it's me against him. I'm trying to win this battle for you, Mr. Customer. It's so old school. It really should be that the salespeople that you're dealing with are empowered to just make a deal.
Hey, man, we're not going old school versus new school. We're just trying to explain and demystify what actually happened. So you ran dealerships for a long time. Would you have would you have salespeople that would come to your office, and would they actually be trying to structure a deal, or were they just stalling? Is that another aspect of this, just trying to stall and cause aggravation, maybe to convince a customer to just say yes instead?
Yeah, oftentimes, a salesperson would come in and just sit down and make him or herself comfortable. And take a few minutes to make it seem like they were battling on behalf of the customer, and they would go back after the customer and say, that son of a gun, he's not giving up. I did talk him into giving you another couple $100. I'm pretty sure that'll work, won't it? So, it's what we used to refer to in the business as Playhouse 90. There's a lot of acting going on. And sometimes they're just going into the sales manager's office, not even to talk to the sales manager, just to take a moment to collect their thoughts so that they can go back on their own.
All right, so final question for you on this, Dad. What percentage of let me go talk to my manager is legit, and what percentage is just some BS to try and get a deal done and try and convince the customer, hey, just say yes sooner?
It depends on the store. And what I mean by that is there are stores that literally won't allow their salespeople to make a deal. Okay, so everything has to run through the sales manager, the sales desk, the sales office, whatever it is. And then there's other stores where you have a sales staff that is more accomplished, that's been doing it for a while, that has the authority to just go ahead and make the deal. So if you're in what's known as a liner closer store, where the salesperson is just somebody to land a customer on the car, and then the sales manager's the liner and the closer is the closer. He comes in, he's the team leader for that salesperson, and he comes in and he's the one that actually tries to close the deal. In those type of stores, the salesmen don't have any authority at all, and so there's no deal to be made if the sales manager and the closer don't get involved to help the salesperson. In other stores, the sales manager really has nothing to do other than perhaps appraise a trade and say, okay, glad you made the deal. Let me make sure your paperwork's correct.
All right, so we've kind of demystified it in the same breath. We've also done nothing to demystify it. It doesn't matter. The situation could always be different, but I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say more times than not, Dad, that salesperson's going to talk to the manager. They could be going for a walk around the block for all you know. The amount of times you have to go back and forth and structure the deal, it's not 8, 9, 10. It's I think it's a stalling tactic, but hey, you're the one who did it for 40 years. I'm just the naive young guy.
There should be no more than 3 attempts to close the deal. And if we want to modernize the process, it really should just be, here's the price. Does it work for you? You know, here's the MSRP. Here's what we can sell it for. We're authorized to this is what we can do. And the reason we're authorized to do it this way is we want to make it as painless and less time consuming than what you've experienced in the past. That should be the way it happens now. But I'm sure there's plenty of stores out there where it's still 4 squares, liner closer, sales managers, all kinds of turnover, TO guy. It just never ends.